for the major recap of the issues that trended during the week. And I hope you're having a great Saturday evening because we're doing well here in the studio. And before we go on, I'd like to tell you that I have Peter Nosike in the studio, who will be our political analyst today, who will look into these issues, analyze the issues properly, and then you'll be given an opportunity to call into the show and also make your comments. But do remember that while making the comments, you just have to be civil. Do not use the hate speech, do not insult, and please try as much as possible to be civil. Now I have some of the major issues here, and I'll be reading them out, after which Peter Nosike will do the needful by looking into those issues and analyzing them the way it should be. Now, the first I have here is a statement made by the Charlie boy, also known as Area Father. He said that Buhari's 8 years is looking better than Tinubu's 2 months in office. The singer Charles Oputa, also known as Charlie Boy, has asserted that the 8-year tenure of the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari, is looking better than the incumbent Bola Tinubu's 60 days in office. He made the assertion while reacting to the 500 naira billion for palliatives recently announced by the current administration. In his exact words, he said, "How come King Buhari's 8 years is looking better than Abado's 60 days in office?" He wondered if there's still hope for ordinary Nigerians. So I also wonder if there's still hope for ordinary Nigerians. All right, I have another issue here, the second one. This is coming from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said, "Removing me because of my failure to get 25% of votes in FCT could lead to chaos and anarchy." And in reaction to that, Labour Party replied him saying, "Removing you by law can't cause anarchy." That is another issue. I also have another one. This is coming from Peter Obi, Labour Party's presidential candidate. He said, "I look forward to a new Nigeria where leaders have genuine certificates and classmates." So if you're claiming you attended a particular school, you should have classmates and you should produce genuine certificates. Now, another one is coming from Akin Oshutokun, addressing the Inec chairman. "If you have any shame left, you should resign your appointment." The Director General of the Labour Party, Dr. Akin Oshutoku, tackled the Inec chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, for saying that Labour Party has no right to tell him to resign. And that is it. I also have another one. Federal government to sanction food association over food prices in the market, because you all know that the food prices in the market are just going up. And so federal government to sanction them, food association, over food prices. Then the sixth one, Tinubu's ministerial list, not yet out, and it's 1 week to the deadline. So why is that so? Peter Nosike will also look into that. And the last one I have on the list, the National Economic Council, presided over by Vice President Kashim Shettima, has dumped the National Social Register under the Muhammadu Buhari's administration for lack of integrity. The council is dumping the National Social Register under Muhammadu Buhari. You could recall that we talked about this National Social Register during Buhari's administration, where we talked about the World Bank giving them $800 million, not naira, dollars, for palliative, for subsidy removal. And that was how we ended it. Nobody heard anything about it. All right, now is the time for our able analyst, Peter Nosike, to contribute to the conversation. All right, I hand the mic over to you, Peter Nosike.
Okay, we should start with what Chandebo Puta said.
Yes.
That Buhari's 8 years in office is looking better than Tinubu's...
about those 60 years in office.
60
days.
60 days in office. Even it's not even up to 60 days.
There is not yet.
Because May 29 to, we're not...
July 29 is
yes,
the 8th year.
So it's not up to 2 months in office. But what we are seeing now, it seems, I understand, because one, petrol rose from 195 naira. That's when the subsidy was removed, to almost 600 and something naira now. And in some states in Abuja, petrol is selling over 700 naira. So that could be what informed Peter kind of boy's comment that his Buhari's 8 years is looking better than Tinubu's 60 days in office. So the issue is, in the history of Nigeria, we've never had this increment. We have never had this increment within 2 months. It had never happened. Even under Sani Muhammad Abacha, who many people called a dictator, whatever. Abacha only increased fuel from 9 naira to 11 naira. Abacha from 9 naira to 11 naira. And under Abacha for 5 years, the exchange rate was stable. For 5 good years, the exchange rate was stable. So, but under Tinubu's 2 months in office, we have had an unprecedented increase in the cost of foodstuff. If you know how much food is selling in the market now, it is overboard. We have had increase in cost of transportation. Many people are now finding it difficult to go to work. That's why some people have started restructuring, maybe going 2-3 times in a week. So increase in the price of foodstuff, increase in transportation, and even increase in spare parts for maintaining those vehicles. Increase in the price of building materials, increase in house rent, increase in school fees. Just 2 days ago, Akoka, University of they have to increase their school fees from 16,000 to 100,000 naira. Understand? Then federal unity schools increased from 45,000 to 100,000. So this is just what people are seeing in Tinubu's 2 months in office. Over 500% increase in everything. So then it has also led to the reduction of the value of money. The money you have in your pocket can no longer fetch you anything. Bread is no more affordable. Essential commodities are no more affordable because of the price of petroleum. And mind you, the discourse that are still threatening to increase the electricity bill. So it has led to reduction in the value of your money. It has led to reduction in standard of our existence. It has reduced the quality of everything. So for now, I'm not a fan of Buhari. I'm not a fan of Buhari, and I can not be. But it seems what Chane Boy said is true. These 2 months is hell for Nigerians. And the truth is that there's no hope in sight.
But I can remember the president saying we should be patient, that the suffering is actually needed for change to come.
No. Buhari told us that same thing. Buhari told us that to be patient, that something is being done. Nigerians waited for 8 years. Now, Tinubu said that your pain is necessary. Understand? And for me, I've not seen any real substance in his administration. I've not seen anything concrete.
But there's this statement that when something wants to turn out well, it becomes very difficult. Don't you believe in that statement?
Why didn't it happen under his predecessor? Why didn't they think that if things want to
get better, it will get very bad?
Why didn't it happen under his predecessor? So, in these statements, I stand with
Charlie Boy.
Buhari's 8 years is looking far better than Tinubu's 2 months. Because one, Buhari, we didn't witness this kind of increase from 195 naira per liter to almost 700. We didn't witness it under Buhari, even though Buhari remains the most incompetent president that both military and civilian that this country has ever had. So we didn't witness this under him. So as I say, in this particular case, I stand with Mr. Oputa.
All right, let's hope that something better comes our way.
Well, we pray, but for now, I'm not really seeing it.
All right. Then what about the second one, where the President Ahmed Tinubu said that removing him because of his failure to get 25% of votes in FCT could lead to anarchy, and the reply that Labour Party chairman gave him?
Well, this is what Tinubu or whoever said, that removing him for his failure to get 25% is like me saying that now my son wants to enter university. He scored 8 A's but failed English. I will now say, JAMB, not giving my son admission because he failed English, there will be anarchy. You see it? That's exactly what Tinubu is saying. Understand?
Yeah.
Because this is a constitutional issue. When they were writing this constitution, they never envisaged that one day one Bola Tinubu will run for the president of Nigeria. So they did not write it because of anybody. And therefore, it must not be changed because of one person. The constitution was not written because of one person, because when they were writing it, they did not know that Tinubu would one day come out to run for the president of the country. It was stated there that a president must have 25% in 24 states and the FCT. Understand?
Of course.
And the FCT. So it was not written because of anybody, and they cannot change it because of anybody. So for me, removing him because of his failure to score 25% will cause celebration, not anarchy. Then, if the judiciary fail to do the needful, they are setting a very bad precedent. Because the evil that you support today will destroy you tomorrow. The evil that you support today will destroy you tomorrow. If it doesn't destroy you, it destroys your children or your grandchildren. As I said, this constitution wasn't written because of Tinubu, and it must not be changed because of Tinubu. It is written, it is written. That's what Nigeria Constitution said. That for you to be declared president of Nigeria, you must get 24 states and the FCT. His counsel was talking about subjective and adjective. That doesn't make any meaning to me. The Constitution didn't say or. Understand me? He said and.
Which means it's compulsory.
So if I say, bring me Peter or Paul, I'm expecting just one person.
Yes, either of the two.
But if I say, bring me Peter and Paul,
You want the two of them.
and you just bring one person, no, you've not done what I told you. You must bring two people because I say and. So that and is what the Constitution said. The Constitution, 23rd and FCT. It didn't say or FCT. So no matter how they try to manipulate it, at the end of the day, the evil that anybody supports today will destroy him tomorrow. If it doesn't destroy him, it will destroy his children or his grandchildren. So now we are watching the judiciary and see what they will do. There are speculations everywhere that the judiciary are being manipulated. But I don't want to believe it until they announce the results.
All right. Let's quickly move to the statement made by the Labour Party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, where he said, I look forward to a new Nigeria where leaders have genuine certificates and classmates. How do you react?
Well, for me, if you and nobody went to school, taught and known, if it's a school, understand me, a school is a gathering of people. A school is a gathering of people, not just an individual. It is a gathering of people, not just an individual. Therefore, if you go to school, you must have your classmates. If you go to school, you must have genuine certificates. So you cannot tell me that you are a graduate of a school and you don't have classmates. So they just employed a teacher for you. If they teach you in the house, it becomes a different thing. But say that you go to school, you must have classmates.
But even if they teach you at home, at least you should join the general exam like WAEC, NECO. It's a general thing. It's not a home thing.
No, but we are talking of classmates.
Okay.
Understand me? And just like and anywhere that you don't have classmates, really, you didn't go to school.
Of course.
Understand me? You did not go to school. And any certificate that you are brandishing is fake. It's fake. Because just like me, all the schools that I attended, I have classmates. And anybody who also go to school should have a classmates. So what will be is talking about is that's a real society. People who really went through processes, not cut and join. There's somebody, a politician, that called me one time ago. He wanted that to send text messages to people, to governors, to state governors, the national legal advisor of a party. Understand? So he called me that to help him to send those messages. Understand? But this politician, his certificates are more than my own. But he couldn't send text messages.
So the question is, how come?
How come? His certificates were more than my own. Just like in Nigeria, we heard of one governor, former governor, who said that he has 82 certificates from Harvard. 82 certificates from Harvard University. But in administration, his state was among the worst in the country.
You can imagine.
So what did you go to Harvard to do? What did Harvard taught you? And this same man is coming as a minister in this Tinubu's administration.
I think this is a problem in Nigeria. And remember, they were coming from Mesoma who forged JAMB result, whereas most of them were guilty of that crime.
That's recycling failures. Recycling failures. So if you go to school, you must have your classmates. I went to Nsukka High School, Nsukka. I have my classmates.
And you know them, they know you.
I went to University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I have my classmates. I did my master's in University of Ibadan. I have classmates. The teachers are still there. So if you tell me that you go to school, you must have classmates. Or unless you were tutored at home. That's the only way. That is the only way. But once you are presenting a certificate from school, you must have classmates. If not, that certificate is questionable.
Of course.
Yes, it's questionable.
All right, we have another one here. That's coming from Labour Party Chairman Akin Oshutokun, telling Inec Chairman if he has any shame left, he should resign his appointment. How do you react?
Well, what he said, for me, is for people who have conscience.
And who have shame.
And who have shame. Because last week, Cardinal Onaiko said that the 2023 election is the worst in the history of Nigeria. Cardinal Onaiko is not a politician. He's not in PDP. He's not in Labour Party. He's not in APM. But he said that the last election conducted by Mahmoud Yakubu is the worst in the history of election in the country. EU report condemned it. Every credible observer group condemned it. So, but these people have sold their soul to Naira and Kobo. They have sold their soul to Naira and Kobo. One, Yakubu was not supposed to have declared that result because Tinubu did not merit that declaration. So he was not supposed to be declared winner because the 25% in FCT, he did not meet it. So, and 3 months after the election, they are still uploading results to IRF. Then, what did you use to declare Tinubu winner? Up to today, they have not shown it. So what they are now doing is to go behind, trying to a way to manipulate the judiciary to give them victory. So if Yakubu has any shame, if he's in Britain, if he's in America, he shouldn't wait for anybody to tell him. His mind will tell him that he failed woefully. And for me, what Tinubu should even be doing, instead of saying that there will be anarchy, he should call Mahmoud and ask him for a refund. They betrayed him.
You believed he paid him, he gave him money.
Mahmoud betrayed Tinubu. Why didn't he rig Abuja for him? Because Inec knew that Abuja is very, very important. Inec knew that Abuja is very, very important. So what he should have been doing is to contact Mahmoud and ask for a refund. My friend, what I gave you money to do, you didn't do it. Return my money. Because Abuja is key. So they betrayed him. Because the truth is that no crime on earth is foolproof. No crime in the world is foolproof. No matter how intelligent you are, something must expose you. And the FCT exposed them. FCT exposed them. They are now saying, if you remove me because I didn't get it is constitutional issue. It was not done because of you. That constitution was written in 1999. Understand? So it was not done because you will one day contest a nation and will not get 25%. So since it was not written because of him, they must not change it because of him. But if they change it by and by, all of them that support evil is going to destroy them.
Anyway, let's keep our hands crossed and watch the judiciary as they unfold their judgment. All right, let's go to another one we have here. Federal government to sanction food associations over food prices. Do you think it is the problem of food associations?
Well, I say what is going on in the country is just hypes and gestures. But Tinubu is in a tight spot. Buhari used Jonathan as a scapegoat. He used Buhari ran what the Americans call government of kicking cans. Government of kicking cans. That's pushing your incompetencies, your problems to another person. That's what they mean by kicking cans. So Buhari was using Jonathan. Whatever happens is Jonathan. It's PDP. It's PDP. So he was getting away with it. But this time around, Tinubu cannot push his own to Buhari. It will be like a house divided against itself. So that's why he is in a tight spot. And the truth, he is running around in circles. So that's why they are now looking for who to hold responsible. Why must you sanction food association? What problem have they done? One, you cannot expect me as a food sender to buy a bag of rice, 50,000 naira, and send it to you at 30,000. I cannot. You cannot expect me to pay all this huge transport and still sell my food items the normal way. But just like Buhari, they want to start kicking cans too. So that's why they said that they are going to sanction food associations. What crime have they done? If you want to sanction, start by sanctioning yourself. They should start by sanctioning them because one, the subsidy was badly done. The subsidy was badly, it should have been done in phases, not automatic. And before you do such a thing, you have put measures. Some people say that the best military is the best military government is worse than
democracy.
Is worse than the worst the democracy. I don't agree. Understand me? Abacha's government was 100% better than Buhari's government. Abacha set up PTF, Petroleum Trust Fund. Their vehicles are still running in Nigeria up to today. Go to many states, you see PTF water borehole, and so on and so forth. PTF built schools.
But you know that people who were affected negatively by Abacha's administration will not say this. They won't agree with you.
Government is for the happiness of the greatest number of people. Some people would not be happy that subsidy is being removed because they are benefiting from it. But what's the percentage?
That's the question. What's the percentage?
I said that Abacha held the economy, held exchange rate for 5 good years. Abacha increased fuel from 9 naira to 11 naira, just 2 naira in 5 years. Abacha did the PTF with the money that was accruing from petroleum. What are the civilian governments did? So they should start by sanctioning themselves and then sanctioning the marketers before going to food association. For me, food association has not committed anything. They should be left alone.
All right. How do you react to this one? The fact that Tinubu's ministerial list is not yet out and it's just 1 week to the deadline.
Okay, the deadline is July 28th.
Yeah.
And just like as I said that Nigerians are being deceived. Last week, we were told that he has submitted the ministerial list to EFCC, to DSS, and to the National Assembly. We had that he has submitted the ministerial list. So people were waiting to see the names of those who made it. People have been waiting since Wednesday. But yesterday, the senator representing Anambra Central, Senator Victor Ume, said that the Senate had not gotten that ministerial list. Understand
so the
me?
president is not being truthful.
The presidency is playing games.
But why the delay? Why are they delaying?
Okay. About two months ago, I said on this program that Tinubu can release ministerial list under a week. He has been around, to his credit. He has been around. He has made friends. He has built bridges. He knows people in the country, just like Tinubu knows people in the country. Another person that also knows people in the country is Atiku. Tinubu can release this ministerial list under a week. Atiku can release ministerial list within 24 hours. Declare Atiku president today.
You get the ministerial list immediately.
Tomorrow. He has built bridges. He has friends across board. Tinubu also has friends across board. But I said on this program that those around him will not allow him to do it because they want to make money with it. I said on this program that they are going to be hawking that ministerial list. I said it on this program. And somebody somewhere called from Isono and they made some stupid comments. Then, a week to the end of it, we have not seen it. What is happening? What is happening is that they are trading that list. We had a report of somebody who wanted to get to the chief of staff with 500 million naira to be made a minister. We had it in this country with 500 million to be made a minister. It was on air. So why that list is still being withheld is that lobbying is going on, trading is going on.
For the highest bidder.
For the highest bidder. Not for the most competent, but for the highest bidder. And when that list come, you will be disappointed. It is going to be recycling of failures. When that list come, they were saying technocrats, whatever. The list that is flying up and down, I've not seen any technocrats among them. None. So when Buhari spent 6 months before bringing out his own list, it was a disappointment. And they expect also a disappointment in this one. Because Senate said that they are going to work overtime next week that to make sure that those so that the ministers will be screened. But as I'm sitting here now, with information available, the list is not with the Senate. A week to the end.
If your assertions are true concerning this highest video of the thing, then we're in for serious problems. In fact, we should look out for serious problems coming our way. All right, let's go to the last one. Don't worry, people, our phone has started ringing, but don't worry, we will open up the phone lines soon. Let's go to the last one we have here. The National Economic Council, presided over by Vice President Kashim Shettima, has dumped the National Social Register under the Muhammadu Buhari's administration for lack of integrity. Peter Nosike, how do you react to that one?
Well, for me, it is a good move. It is a good move. Buhari was elected for what? For one, they say that he is not corrupt. But about a week ago, Bishop Kuka said that Buhari's government is the worst in terms of corruption in the country. And it's a fact. Watch what happens with Nigerian Airways. How they scammed us in the afternoon.
It's quite funny.
Scammed us in the afternoon. Hire an Ethiopian airline, bring it here within 15 minutes. They just do a mago and go. 40 billion naira wasted. Check the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs that Emefiele is saying is paying 500 billion
naira
every month. That Obasanjo Buhari told him to be paying 500 billion naira into that ministerial every Minister of Humanitarian Affairs every month. What did Nigeria see out of it? Check out Chris Ngige that said that they were paying 1.6 million Nigerians 10,000 naira every 2 months.
And nobody came out to say,
nobody
yes,
came out that
money.
he received. So that thing is supposed to be not only dumping it, but probing those people there. But I know that.
And you think they can probe?
They cannot probe. Or sure, when they say, once you join APC, all your sins have been forgiven. So there's no way APC will probe APC. But that that national
social register.
National register is a working scam. It is a working scam. And Buhari's government remains the worst, both in the military and in civilian.
And you remember we talked about this National Social Register, talking about the World Bank $800 billion.
No, yes. $800 million.
Okay, $1 million for palliatives.
For palliatives. By Hadiza, whatever.
Finance minister then.
Who said that he has collected about 10 million names.
Vulnerable Nigerians.
Vulnerable
I will not
Nigerians.
forget that.
Yes? 10 million vulnerable Nigerians. And they will be doing transfers.
And up until now, we've not heard anything about that.
So that's why we say vulnerable Nigerians.
I'm a vulnerable Nigerian, of course, and I need the money.
No, it should be vulnerable because...
Of course, I don't have money, I'm vulnerable.
Because you have accounts. Nigerians are the richest people in the world. Our vulnerable people have bank accounts and
where
phone
money
numbers.
can be transferred to
Yes,
them.
but vulnerable people in other countries of the world
Do not have
don't
such
have bank accounts. They don't have
numbers.
phone numbers. But Nigerian vulnerable people have bank accounts. They have phone numbers. Understand me? Even maybe they are also using iPhones.
Abi.
Yes, vulnerable people in Nigeria are
All right,
using
but we
iPhones.
actually have vulnerable ones, but it's just that our government doesn't want to reach out to those vulnerable ones. Even we that are claiming vulnerable, the money we did not see. So, all right, at this point, I will be opening up phone lines so you can all, because I know everyone is itching to contribute to the program. Now is the time. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. You can also connect to us via our YouTube channel because we're streaming live on YouTube on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. That is the channel. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Please adjust the audio of your radio so we can talk. All right, please, before you call into the show, make sure the volume on your radio set is not turned on. Please, because you cannot hear yourself over the radio, please, to avoid hearing this kind of noise, all right? So let me quickly go to the WhatsApp messages, okay? Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you. We cannot hear you. Can you please adjust the audio of your radio so we can hear you? All right, please, if you want to call in, you know the needful to do. Please do it. Do not turn on your radio in such a way that it will disturb everyone. Please, I beg. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good evening to you.
Good evening. I am allegedly Mr. Victor listening.
All
Mr.
right.
Anosike, good evening, sir.
All right,
Good evening.
Go ahead.
My brother, I think you've spoken so well this evening concerning the issues bothering every Nigerian. But the truth still remains. Our leaders are not ready to help the vulnerable Nigerians like me. Because I know BB is not one of us.
I am vulnerable and you are not vulnerable and you know it.
Don't even say that. You know, when I will see you at FB, I will tell you more. Well, the government is not doing anything. And the judiciary, as you have said, they have compromised. The judiciary, for me, I'm not expecting anything than what it is at the moment. Nobody is expecting. Nigerians are facing hardship. Anybody saying contrary to what Mr. Anosike has said this evening is not being a true person to himself. Nigerians are, I just came back from Ikeja to First Stack now, and come to Oshodi, you see people trekking from Ikeja to Oshodi. Many people went to market today, they couldn't sell anything. And that has been the way for the past 2 weeks or more. So the electoral system has failed us. The economic system of the present government is nothing to write home about. So Nigerians, we are welcome to the new party. Thank you, Mr. Anosike.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, Victor, but I still say that you're not vulnerable. Thank you so much.
BB, I beg, make I sleep, I beg.
All right, the phone line is open. You can call in and let us get to hear what you think about the issues we shared with you, because we shared a good number of stories with you. First is that of Charlie Boy saying that Buhari's 8 years is better than Tinubu's 2 months in office. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead. All right, please, if you call in, adjust the audio of your radio so you can hear us and we can hear you. Hello, good evening to you. Good evening.
Anosike, this is Obi calling from Ikeja.
All right, Obi, go ahead.
Good evening.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Obi. Go ahead. I really do not know what is happening, but anyways, just calling to the show. The first of the issue we shared with you is that of Charlie Boys. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Absolute. Good evening.
Whatever.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome to the
Chipan
show.
Africa, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
We can hear you. What is happening? We can hear you.
Chipan Africa, good evening.
Good evening.
What I'm trying to say to sanction food marketers, let them sanction AMPC first. AMPC supposed to be sanctioned, and their marketers, not food marketers, not food association. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Obi. Thank you. You can also call in. Our WhatsApp line is 0700 903 9039. And the voice call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Hello?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you. I don't know if you are hearing me.
We can hear you clearly.
Hello?
We
Hello?
can hear you. I really do not know what's happening.
If they call, they should go ahead and say
Hello? Hello?
No?
Good evening to you. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us? All right, I really do not know if the problem is coming from here, but don't worry, the problem will be fixed. You can call the WhatsApp line 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, let me go to the WhatsApp messages quickly. I have Alex from Apapa. Alex said, good evening, Mr. Peter. Thank you so much. I really love the way you analyze things. Well done, sir. You always speak the mind of ordinary Nigerians. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. At least somebody can hear us. All right, please tell us your name.
This is Mr. Obi calling from Abuleba.
All right, Mr. Obi, go ahead.
Good evening to your guest in the house.
Peter Nosike is saying hi.
Yeah. Good evening.
I'd like to contribute to the issue of sanctioning the food vendors. If I think sometime last year there is a problem between those cattle suppliers in Lagos here and those from the north. I think they understand what we saw here. When you said you wanted to sanction those that are selling food or those that are producing food, you don't produce, you look at the price of fertilizers. I am a farmer before when I was in the village. We used to buy 1 liter of herbicide for 750. As at today, 1 liter of that herbicide goes for 5,000 naira. So you are saying that you want to sanction somebody that is using his money to produce food, at least to help others. I think that policy is very wrong. And if they try it, and if those people from North Central and from North, they can easily stop supplying the food here. It is not a big deal. In fact, the Muslim government is going. In fact, I can say Nigerians are unlucky. We are unlucky. And if this thing continues like this, at least if you press somebody to the wall, at least we must actually react. That is my take.
Thank you for that take. Thank you so much. And I like the fact that you highlighted on the sanction of federal government to food associations So what do you react to? What do you want to react to? Because we shared a good number of stories with you. That food association is one of them. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Good evening. Can you hear us? Go ahead. Go ahead. Your name is what?
Okay, I've been listening to I think the guest. Don't wonder.
All right. Your line is not clear. We can barely hear you. Your line is not clear at all. No. Maybe you need to call back. Do try change your location and call back. We can barely hear. All right. We shared that of Charlie Boy's statement of Tinubu's 2 months in office was than that of Buhari's 8 years in office. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. Please tell us your name and location.
My name is Prinziko, calling from Barega.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say something concerning what is happening in this country. There's something that happened the day I went out to cast my vote at polling unit. I can never forget it. The statement that the policeman that assigned to my polling unit made, it still shocked me till today.
What was the statement?
He said that we are just flogging ourselves, thinking that our vote is going to count. See, at the end of the day, those people are in government are going to choose who are going to be there. And that's exactly what happened after this election. You see, what is happening in Nigeria now is getting tired. It's high time we need to do something. The problem we have with this country is palliative. So it's high time we come together and do something about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I do hope that the judiciary will do the needful, and if they do the needful, that statement of the policeman will no longer be true. All right. Another story we shared is that of coming from our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where he said that removing him because of his failure to get 25% of votes in FCT could lead to anarchy. Do you believe that? Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. This is Carl Omega. I'm calling from Iba.
All right, Omega, go ahead.
Yeah, I really appreciate your program, and I know you are really doing well to throw light on us. What I want to, my take is that this government that we suddenly find ourselves in is like a daydream, because we've not seen any plan, any good plan that is forthcoming in order to harness the situation, the current challenge Nigeria is facing now on ground. I just wish that God should make his way, because all our hope now is being fixed on that electoral tribunal which is forthcoming. Because what we see here is not a dream. We are living in daily man. People are dying daily. If you watch what is happening around, some families are crying day in and out. And I wish God will prove himself in this country. May God bless us, Nigeria.
Thank you so much. He will definitely bless us. All right, if you still have your take on some of the issues, I would like to go over some of those issues for some people who are just joining us. But before we go over the issue, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Please tell us your name and location.
Hello, good evening.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
All right, go ahead.
I hear you. Yeah, the topic you are really discussing about, I can hear you audibly when you are talking about sanctioning of food products. You understand?
Yes.
That's the topic you are discussing about. Can you guide me on that?
Okay.
That's the topic.
That is part of the topic that we talked about. Federal government to sanction food association over food prices.
Okay. Actually, I don't see any meaning to that. It's like one is chasing things that are unfounded. The issue is just the problem that we are experiencing now. Is the basic problem. We sanction food vendors today. What about other sectors? When you sanction food vendors today, are you going to now go ahead and start sanctioning drink sellers, or sanctioning those who are selling ears and clips? After that, you have to leave those who are now sanctioning those that are selling what do you call it, ear cream and body cream. After that, you have to now go ahead and start sanctioning those that are selling stationery.
That will be a lot of work.
A lot of work. So the main problem is what we are experiencing now.
All right, we lost that call. Please do well to call us back. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please tell us your name.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Hugo.
All right.
Please, I want to say something concerning 25% in FCT.
Go ahead.
You see, I'm not a learned person. I don't even have any higher certificate or whatever. I just finished. I'm just with O level. Listen to me. Every law, senior, every event. And if there will be amendment, it should be after an event on a neutral ground. No law is amended. No law should be amended looking at any situation. If a law should be amended, it should be amended when there is any event that is related to the law that should be amended. Why the event that came before any law? The event that came before any law should be treated based on the previous law on the ground. So there shouldn't be anything. Nobody should be considering amending 25% in FCT. Those that wrote the law of 25% in FCT, they were deliberate enough. Because if you look at the setting of the FCT is without any governor. If there is a governor in FCT, the governor will be fighting the president, and there will be always continuous clash on the ground. So the FCT is not enjoying other things that the other states are enjoying, and the other states are not enjoying what FCT is also enjoying. So there are different processes, and no law should be amended. Why also there is no law that should be made right now. If they should amend the law of FCT, 25% in FCT, it should be after this tribunal issue. So the symbol of justice is blind. They no see you make the law, they no see me make the law. They make the law on a neutral ground, and the law must have its course. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ugo. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. You're welcome to the show. Please tell us your name and location.
This is John from Ogun State.
All right, John, go ahead.
The problem is not even Inec or whatever. See, if Obi Paradventure becomes the president of this country, he will still fail. Ask me why.
Why do you say so? Why do you say so?
The 1999 constitution that we're using in this country is a criminal record, not the constitution. So the fact of this country is not Inec or whoever. That constitution must be changed. It is satanic. It is anti-people. It's a constitution. So we will still follow this constitution. So the government is not going to be or Atiku that constitution is satanic. Highly anti-people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Don't forget we're streaming live on YouTube, and that you can join us on YouTube. Drop your comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Hello. Good evening to you.
Yeah. Good evening. How
good evening. All right.
Good evening. I'm fine.
Good evening.
Yeah. All this thing that is happening now, I thought that some of my Yoruba friends have been calling to comment, because during the election they were warning everybody if they are not this, don't come and vote. They see they would even some areas they flog people, they beat people, do everything. But now, even though in the street they have face fight, because of the exam. You see, Nigeria, some of these people, they don't have in mind of common man. They don't think of common man. If you look what have been going on in this country, now you want to go and sanction marketers because they say their products are social man. Did you ask them how did they manage to transport those goods to market? Did you ask how did they manage to bring out the market the product from farm? How did they try to suffer? And we look at the north to farm there now is an issue. Some part of the east is the same thing. Now one person just wake up one day and go and drive the president say we are going to sanction the marketer because they increase their products. But who is going to sanction an NPC? Because they just woke up one day and give us the price they like, and now this is what it is. It comes out on the road now, you will keep people. Because if you don't have anything important now, you can't move. And if you move, if you don't have enough money, you'll be stranded. See, my sister, this country, if it is we're supposed to use it now as a comedy country, so people will come here and use it as him and go.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
It's more, it's getting out of fun, and now you can't cry. What next? You laugh over it. Because you cry, you add more problem to yourself. Because what is going on? Now go to market now. You see, one of the cheapest things in this country before that, when I'm almost 50 years now. So when go to market now, salt has increased. Salt is one of the things that no matter
very
what
cheap
in this country is very cheap. But now go to market, my sister. Go and price the salt. If that is there is a time now to 10 naira now, it will shake it. You know why? There's nothing you will buy with 10 naira.
Nothing.
So you will not take it from you.
Nothing. Even 20 naira, nothing.
Even 20 naira, some of them will be looking at you. I gave a child the other day, he went to and bought something from me. I gave him 20 naira. He looked and said, what?
Why is this one giving me 20 naira? He can't buy biscuit. There's no biscuit.
The boy just told me who. He said that, he said there's no biscuit of 20. So I gave him a message to go and buy biscuit. He said there's no biscuit of 20 naira. So what did that tell us? Anyway, my name is Mr. Madoka. I'm calling from Bala. He said, God bless you. But the one problem we have that the West, our people on the Yoruba side, see some of them still believe in that tribalistic life they have. Because they don't move out of this environment, go other parts of Nigeria to see how life is there. They see believe. That's why some of them see host to that. One of them was complaining on television yesterday that even if he wants to enter Asoro, they have to tend to call you Lagos. Maybe you heard of it. Before they will allow him to enter Asoro. Is this country we are living? Are we having a country or community or company?
All right, thank you, Mr. Maduka. Whatever it is, time will tell. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, sorry, I just called back.
All right,
see, if one prominent musician in Igbo land said in Dolubo na Fujuanya, that means the farmer in Nigeria they are passing through hell. In the sea shege. You understand? If there is anything at all that should be considered to be expensive in Nigerian market, I want to be sincere with you. It's a farm product. You understand? I work with my father over years as a peasant farmer from Edo State, even up to Abuja when I was in secondary school. I know what it looks like. Those days we will have a garden egg, one full bag of garden egg. Somebody will be pricing it 300 naira as of year 2002. So I know what it means and I know what they are going through. So if they should sit in the office and they will be saying they summon farmers, I dare them to summon farmers. It's unfortunate that we don't know hungry. That. Do you know? Listen to me. This Nigerian farmers, 95% of the farmers in Nigerians in fact, they will come from farm work. They will not even see good food to eat. You need to go to villages and see how farmers looks like, more especially in this rainy season. And somebody is telling you that he wants to someone who. Can you fight over what you don't have? The petroleum that we have in the country that is our own, we are not having it, that God gave us for free. And you are blaming another man that is passing through hell to take care of himself on trying to tell him what he should do with what he has. It's quite unfortunate. You understand? Secondly, I think Nigerian problem boils down seriously on our judiciaries. If you watch Ike Ekweremadu case and how he was judged, you will never know that that lawyer that was passing that was reviewing his case will ever give any verdict to the case, because he was calm, he was illustrating everything. At the end of the day, the law stands. You understand? That's what justice is all about. So all these things that the Nigerian lawyers are shouting in the television, let them come over here and practice now. Let's see how they are going to excel. God forbid, Nigeria. If you hear what Nigeria outside the country represent, God forbid, because even with Nigerian passports, it's not easy on us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ugu. Thank you so much. It's actually not easy. Let's still take calls. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please tell us your name and location.
Hello, good evening.
Can you hear us?
This is Macaulay Chijago from Abuja.
All right, Macaulay, go ahead.
What I would say.
Can you please adjust the audio of your radio so we can hear you clearly?
Can you hear me now?
No.
Is that okay now?
It's better. Speak up.
Okay.
I can still hear myself over the radio. The sound isn't pleasant.
Okay. Is that okay?
If you can, please turn it off. Turn it off. Let's talk.
Okay. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Please, if you want to call, there's no need. You cannot hear yourself over the radio. Just turn it off and let's talk. And after the talk, you can turn it on. I think it's better that way. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
Good evening. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah.
All right, tell us your name. Mr. Anosike Rada.
Good evening.
Okay, sorry.
All right, tell us your name and location and go ahead.
My name is Timothy. I'm calling from Neighbor.
All right, Chimeze, go ahead.
My sister, this project is called Nigeria. It's not working, though. Because why are they commanding the farmers to fix price for them? Why they are the one fixing price for the crude oil, which is the mineral resources for Nigeria? Does it work like that? The farmers go through a lot of things. Not as if they are giving them palliatives. Not as if they are giving them the transport fare is low for them to convert their goods and all that. And yet they want to summon them. Nigeria is a shambles. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, thank you, my brother. We hope it gets better as the day passes by. All right, while we're still waiting for your calls, let's quickly go to the WhatsApp messages. Good afternoon, crew. This is coming from Dayo from Faba. Dayo from Faba. It is my turn has turned to suffering has come. More than 40 days in power has been pain in the neck of people. More than 400 killed nationwide, from subsidy to taxes to student loans, 70 billion for the boys, 8,000 naira for non-poor people. Now increase of fuel again, etc. Also, you should all make sacrifice and tighten your belt. I always tell you guys, this government came as taskmaster. Nigerians were lamenting they are increasing tariff, now tax on cars. Remember that you are taxed unprecedented in Lagos. They have transferred it nationally. This is why they have been avoiding debates and interview by journalists. Now you can hear and see that APC disciples are weeping because they are feeling the heat too. Judiciary is on trial. They must get it right or else we are in hot water. Our future is at stake. Dayo from Faba. Hello, good evening to you.
God bless you, my sister.
You too, sir. Please tell us your name and location.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
How's the family?
Fine.
What I want to say, you see, this country is going to be great too. By the grace of God Almighty, we are serving. The only thing, Tinubu have not spent 3 months in the office, but people are dying. People are dying. They have not spent 3 months. They have completed 3 months. What I see this government want to do, the order for road, when they collect, it's not enough. They want to enter markets. when they tell women in the market, order, go with that. That is what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. My name is Omori from Iba.
Right.
Anyway.
Thank you so much.
That is what they want to do, where they will be going to women in the market. People that are selling petty things in the market, they will tell you them order. That is what they are working on hand. Because since 60s, me I never hear where government go say they want sanction farmers. In 60s, cutlass pass. Who go remember self how much they buy cutlass that time? In 60s, 50s, 60s. How much is a cutlass now when farmer they use the farm? They not get what do they call it? All these things when they use the farm, we not get them for Nigeria. Gonna see they want station farmers. They want station food producers. They want station women when they sell food items for markets. I mean, we are hungry people for street. Not be the defense. So the way they look at, they don't have for this country or for the masses. But the only thing I believe, God pass everybody. Whatever a man sow shall reap. Any of them that be sowing evil, now evil they go reap. Anybody that's so good, he will reap good. There is no doubt about it. As far as they are not God, we must eat and we must live. By the grace of God. That is what I see in them. They don't have good thoughts for the masses of this country. They don't have good thinking for the masses. We just enter, we never move, we never come up for where we do. All these things don't happen. But that government before, if they want to increase fuel, they don't increase fuel more than 20 naira, 15 naira. If at all. This one will make Nigeria to know that we have people in this country who are heartless, who don't have enough feeling. God Almighty will help us.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Definitely. All right. You can still call into the show. The WhatsApp line is open. The voice call is open. Call 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear us?
Good evening.
Hello? Hello? All right. Let's go to the WhatsApp messages still. This is coming from Livinus from Ejibo. Good evening, Mr. Nosike and Co. The Nigerian constitution gave Abuja a special status so that winning 2/3 of the vote, there is a requirement for winning presidential election. After the controversy of 2/3 of 19 subsequent governments created states that the number were divisible by 3. To avoid the 2/3 issue, treating Abuja as a state will give 37 states, and this is not only indivisible by 3, but can only be divided by itself and 1, making it a prime number. Those that crafted the constitution took care of this by specifying 2/3 of the total votes cast in each of the 2/3 of the 36 states, and Abuja unambiguously giving Abuja a special status and requiring 2/3 of the votes cast there. The Supreme Court had interpreted it similarly in one of its judgments in 2008. It is mischievous for anyone to hold a contrary position. The truth is that Abuja was an oversight in the ruling party's rigging strategy ahead of February 25th election. That God will continue to be God. This is coming from Livinus from Ejibo. Mr. Osige, you heard that?
I love that. That's why I said that he should be asking for a refund because they betrayed him.
I think they didn't remember that this will...
No. When God wants to expose you,
they allow you make mistakes.
Make mistakes. So Abuja is a mistake.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Abdul. I'm calling from Keja.
All right, Abdul, go ahead.
Yes. May God bless you, sir, for contributing this to this our problem. You have said a lot, sir.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Mr. Peter.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Sir, I could remember during what's it called, Corona in UK, concerning this 8,000 naira that they want to share for the citizens. Hello?
We can hear you. Just keep talking. We are with you.
All right. All right. If the government official they really want to do good for the citizens, they should look out for the other countries how they are going to ease a difficult citizens, not 8,000 naira. Can Tinubu come and tell us that in his house 8,000 naira for a month or for a day will be enough?
Have you tried dividing that 8,000 naira?
Yes, regarding the 8,000 naira that they want to share the World Bank loan, is that fair for the citizens? Let us be honest in this country. I don't know where these people are coming from. This one will say I'm a Christian. This one will say I'm a Muslim. I don't know what God are they serving. Are they not looking into it? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to you. I think if actually he had divided that 8,000 naira, he would see that it is actually nothing.
It's 53 naira a day.
Which you can only buy biscuit of 50 naira, and that is final.
And it's for a household, not even for an individual. For a household, there could be wickedness. 8, there could be 6, there could be 4.
Can you imagine 8,000 naira for 1 month? Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, my sister. How's everything?
Fine, thank you so much, sir. You're welcome to the show.
I'm Mr. Francis from Middle.
All right, go ahead.
So what I'm saying, I'm looking at this from a different perspective. What I hate to hear is that word, our leaders. We don't have leaders here. What we have here is the rulers. You know, rulers are different from leaders. They always do be at the back and tell us, go on, go on. The way I see these things now, these people are sadists. Sadism, they derive pleasure from that displeasure. Once you are happy, they'll be annoyed. And once you're annoyed, they'll be happy. You can't tell me that all these things are happening because of not even because of wickedness. It is a talking trade. It's a hashtag. If they don't see us annoyed, then they don't come up fuel money now. Fuel money, you don't do us. The suffer don't do us. They won't go to food where the farmers eat. So whatever that makes the masses happy is what they want to venture into and stabilize. So that is the work of a sadist. I don't really see any leader. I see all of them as rulers. I was thinking maybe they said they want to control the world population by killing everybody, maybe from Africa, and they want to start with Nigeria. So this is what I've seen. I don't know what is going to happen there. There's no human being that has no cockroach on his head to talk about going to the farmers to sanction food. And how many money has they been to them? It's very appalling place. I mean, it's very static.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution. It's very appalling.
The truth is that sanctioning farmers will lead to food hoarding. Sanctioning farmers they will begin to hoard food.
Then I'll see what we cannot eat.
It's only when they bring food items to the market that you can sanction them, isn't it? They will begin to hoard food, and
let's see how you go about it.
And more suffering will emerge.
All right. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Fumi from Ibadan.
All right, go ahead.
I'm very happy to be able to finally reach you. Mr. Amosuke, I really appreciate you. Good afternoon. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My take on this thing is like every other caller that has called. Nigeria is actually taking us for a ride. From the beginning, from the top, the so-called top to the last of these political parties and offices, they are always there. Like they can just wake up one day and just say, "That's what we want to make it be." If you talk, you are in trouble. I understand radio stations as regulation. That's why we are all still trying. If they really leave us Nigerians to talk, the pain in. Okay, this afternoon I was at my office when the convoy of the IGP passed. We need to see that convoy. I was like, wow, if we follow this guy like this. No wonder they say people carry complex cars and everything. But fine, that one aside. The 8,000 naira. Today I have spent nothing less than 6,000 naira in the receipt. I use 1 price each another. Let me just leave. I've spent the majority of it to feed and be okay. Then you not tell me that you want to give me 8,000 naira. Then I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to say that everything that is going on now, we need the revolution. We need revolution, not war, not fight, but we need to really stand our ground, just like we are doing now. That's why we are waiting for the end result of this tribunal. Because we are done, we are tired. I'm talking for myself now, but I believe so many Nigerians will agree with me. We are tired. The fact that we realize that we are tired, that's why they are punishing us. I also think that these people know that we don't want who they put there. That's why they just want to bring the hardship before they leave. They are not going to be there. I don't know how they're going to do it because I'm not the tribunal, I can't judge for them, but I am very sure with God, they will not be there. This is the present administration that I'm talking about. Or it has always been like this from the onset. Nigeria does not have Nigerian rulers, like my other brother said. Yes, I always call them rulers, they're not leaders. They rule us. They tell you, they want you to, in fact, like they beat you and tell you to get cry. Like they used to do us when we were young, and like if I hear your voice, come around. That's what our leaders and rulers are doing to us. They wouldn't want you to express yourself. They wouldn't want you to do anything. The police harassment is extreme. They tell you things that you I don't know. Please, thank God that I know that they always hear this. For them to restrict the way the people talk about, which means they are listening. So they should hear that we are tired. We are tired. I'm not going to talk about in this like these guys say like the whole of 8 years that Buhari said. I not been watch anything concerning Buhari. I don't make sure his name in my mouth. He has never been that. When they are saying Mr. President, Tinubu is not my president.
Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Good.
All right, tell us your name and location,
Well, I'm actually
please.
calling. Yeah, I'm actually calling from the United States of America.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys very much for all that you do for the nation. Truly appreciate all of the effort and all of the good works. Well, I think like the last caller said, I don't know if the country will actually be able to survive what is coming, because if you think about what is happening ever since the man selected by Mahmoud Yaqub has been in power, we will then understand that the nation is actually on the verge of revolution. Because one thing is, you took up subsidy from the common man, and enough of the cry about subsidy. Even in the Western world, America subsidizes, UK subsidizes. There are subsidies on education, there are subsidies on different things. Now, imagine school resuming in September, and then parents have to pay maybe close to 50,000 naira for the primary school children and then high school children. Now, fast forward to example Unilag, paying 19,000 and then all of a sudden to 190,000 naira, unprepared for by parents. Now, you just took away subsidy. Some people now abandon their job. They cannot even go to work. Even employers are saying, you know what, don't come to work because we cannot pay you. Now, and then down the line in maybe 2 or 3 months to come, these parents will be making money out of will be looking for money to pay their children's school fee. Like, this is like you're just putting a yoke on the neck of the people, and you're asking them, you know what, don't cry, because we have promised you renewed hope. Now, the question is this a renewed hope or renewed shaggy and torment on the Nigerian people? Now, these same people enjoy free education. Awolowo, for example, Awolowo, for example. I'm from the southwest part of Nigeria. My father told me that some people were talking about Awolowo, and he told them that he enjoyed free education because of Awolowo. They call it a free education. The likes of Tinubu, the likes of Gbajabiamila, Amila, the likes of Dele Faro, Dele, all of them, Dele Alake, they enjoy free education. They enjoy free education. Some of them even got scholarship on a platter of gold. And now you are taking what you enjoy freely from the common man. The Bible says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. These guys have private jets. They live in the best of houses. And you are you are putting yoke on the people. Is this truly renewed hope or renewed shege and torment on the Nigerian people? Because these guys, imagine someone like Lai Mohammed, for example, wasted taxpayers' money, came to the United States, Washington, D.C., to come announce to us that, you know what, beavers did not malfunction. It was them that turned off beavers. Imagine such an elderly man wasting taxpayers' money to fly on maybe first class to come announce to the world that DSS should arrest Peter Obi because they turned on beavers. And Peter Obi told him, you just wasted money. That money would have built for you 6 blocks of classroom. A wise man from Anambra State said that to an elderly man in court from maybe Omuaro in Kwara State, my own region. You see this wickedness that these men and women are laying on Nigerians. I grew up in Lagos State. I was born in Lagos State. I spent my life in Lagos State before I came to the United States of America. Buba Marwa and some others, Jakonde, all of these good men, they did something better for Lagos State. Now somebody said he ruled Lagos State, he built Lagos State, and up after many years, several years, he still have Lagos State in his pocket. Is it truly renewed hope or renewed shaggy on Nigeria? How many of them would their children, would their family be in this situation and be happy? Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, Dele Alake, Bayon Obanjo, Remi Tinubu, Ẹ̀rù ntẹ́ ń ṣe fáwọn Nàìjíríà o, ẹ̀rù ọjọ́ àti sùn. Remember, it is only but 6 feet. All of us, it is just 6 feet. They will not bring air condition to your own 6 feet. In American parlance, we say that we have never seen a place where somebody died and they hook up a U-Haul. A U-Haul is like a van that they use for moving things in America. That is okay. Let's attach a U-Haul to the car carrying their coffin to go and bury them, and that U-Haul is carrying their property. It is just them and themselves and their bones and their eyes and their body in that 6 feet. Enough of this torment on Nigerians. Just some few days ago, we saw how cars are many in Ikeja than how human beings are many than cars in Ikeja, only because they cannot afford to buy fuel. American subsidize, UK subsidize. Over here, if you go from kindergarten, if you're going to public school, everything is free. These are things that our people like Awolowo, they saw, and they brought up free education called a call fair, that the likes of this man that said he was born in Lagos State, if truly was born, said they enjoyed it, and now they are taxing and putting yoke on Nigerians. My brothers and sisters, whether you like it or not, what people are suffering now, it is not asking you whether you are an Igbo man or you are a Hausa person. It's not even asking you if you are a Yoruba person. This suffering is to everybody. It's for everybody. It is not asking whether now you are Anambra or you are... No. They have not built filling station for APC or PDP or Labour Party. Maybe Tinubu will create school for APC members by September wait and see. But enough of this suffering, enough of this pain. Ẹ̀rù ọjọ́ àti sùn, Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, Fani Kayode, Festus Keyamo, Dele Alake, Bayo Onabanjo, ẹ̀rù ọjọ́ àti sùn. This suffering is too much on Nigerians. What you guys did in Lagos, don't do it. Don't do it to Nigerians. The suffering is too much. The pain is too much. And Judiciary, the hope of Nigerians is in on you, because even the blind know and the deaf can hear that Peter Obi truly won this election. Judiciary, do the right thing. Save the nation. Enough of this quagmire. Enough of this pain. Enough of this suffering. Thank you very much, my people. We in the diaspora, we sympathize with Nigerians. I mean, I went to secondary school in Apa. In those days, you can trek from Apa to anywhere in Lagos State. Not today, because of insecurity. As at 1999, you can still trek from Apa to any part of Lagos. We have people that come to school from Sari Gombo, from Ijora. Children, innocent, just trekking home, just enjoying themselves. But the same thing cannot happen again today because of insecurity. That is how bad they ruined Lagos, where I grew up. In those days, Napa, human being can envy dogs, or because of how their master take care of the dogs. No more today. Apa has been turned to a glorified shamble and chant. Tinubu, enough of this pain that you are unleashing on Nigerians. Stop this shenanigan and rescue the nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. That's just a word. I don't know what to say at this point. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome.
This is Shola from Ikorodu.
All right, go ahead, Shola.
Yeah. So, I'm greeting Mr. Anosike also. Good day, sir.
Thank you so much, Shonda.
Okay, yeah. The issue is that this country, in fact, is just unfortunate. I personally, I'm a card-carrying member of APC, but I did not vote for anybody during that. You can have seen the handwriting on the wall, because he was speaking confidently as if he was going to manipulate his way to the system. So, and it's unfortunate, nobody that is not feeling the brunt of what is happening, except this Agbero that he has empowered. Whether you like it or not, they'll collect their money from you, all these area boys. Those are the only ones that is enjoying this government. And it's because of all this. We've had previous governors that have done good in Lagos State, but since 1999, these guys are held on to Lagos State. In fact, we don't know how he managed to do it. And it's unfortunate. You can see the way MC Olomo pursue people from voting. If not so, if they will have unseat the current governor self. Because everybody, I'm a Yoruba man now. We did not vote for him. We know what is happening. When he was really in 99 or so, that's what the terminology, the Onsoke come up. He stole Lagos State funds now. We know, with taxes. A lot of people are suffering under his governorship rule. Now, since then, he held on his Babasale, Baboke, whatever. In fact, I don't know why we are in this kind of situation, and we are resilient. In other clients, people will have fought for their rights. They cannot kill all of us now. This suffering is too much. Look at what has happened now. They increase school fees. They don't want these children to go to school so that they become slaves to their generation. I don't know what they mean. So that they'll be bringing them more thugs, more touts, more agbero. Because in fact, I don't know who people would now come. There is God coming down from heaven to come and rescue us, or what are we going to do about ourselves? Or what did we do offense in this country? Nobody voted for this guy. I'm telling you, he even said you know that we did not vote for him. Is he taking the revenge on us or what? I don't know. May God help us. So
definitely he will.
Nice day. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. The show is still on, and we have a few minutes. You can still call into the show. Maybe we'll keep taking calls. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please tell us your name and location.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Anosike.
Good evening.
Yes, Mr. Anosike, this is Joe from Bariga anyway.
Okay.
Mr. Anosike, I have been one of the talking about our presidential system in Nigeria, in the looks of age. I've been talking in all stations about this our recycling of old men. It has taken me up to more than 10 years about recycling our old men in the system. These our old men have failed us. You see, I have been talking it where they have failed us. I don't know why this God, is he not hearing our prayer? Each time they will bring their friend with their after making so much money, he will look for another recycled old man to rule Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be ruled by old men. I mean what I'm saying. Nigerians, I don't know. Is it that they use their sentimentalism spirit that divide us? We're not supposed to. Even Europeans said they are even laughing at us. The kind of men we brought in again here. So I am not happy. The whole situation is a confused state. Please, Nigerians, let us stop these recycled men. Let us try for young men. If we cannot see young men this time around, the next 4 years, then we try women to see whether it will work. Please, I'm begging. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like that idea of trying women. Peter Osige, what do you think?
Well, I want to start with the caller that said he ate amara 1,500. He overspent.
As if for 1 meal.
For 1 meal, 1,500. Your money is 50 naira, 53 naira a day.
A day, and you are eating 1,500 naira a day. How will you survive for the rest of the day?
So that's where we find ourselves.
All right, let's take this call, please. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, my sister. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay.
Nemeka, go ahead. Let's hear you.
I greet Peter Anosike. Then I say,
Peter Anosike, Nemeka, they greet you.
Thank you so much, Nemeka. Yeah, thank you.
Anosike,
yeah?
There are something I want to tell you, my sister. Can't you find out that all the Nigeria we are tired and sick of this? We are tired and sick of this old man. You can't see that.
That's a fact.
And they are still putting themselves on us. They still putting themselves on us. But there's something I heard the other day, and I will repeat it on your platform right now. They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. A fool at 53 years old. What kind of fool is that, please, my dear?
Everlasting.
Eh?
Isn't that everlasting fool?
A fool at 53 years. We're supposed to know, say my grandfather will be. You see, they call it a fool. That is what this.
Is that where you probably that?
And you know.
We can hear you. Continue.
These lawmakers and the religious leaders. That is what they done themselves. They put themselves around in the world. They put themselves around. They are making themselves a mocking to speak before the whole world. Everybody is laughing at Nigeria because we have a symbolic leader. Leaders that cannot take from their head. Leaders cannot see the reality on their face. Leaders that cannot see that they are even a great nation. One of the greatest nations in the African black marriage is Nigeria. Nigeria is a great nation that makes black race today have respect in the world. These old men, they used to see that. They thought we are from this kind of people. The thing is this here. I thank God that today, those that make noise that time are confessing reality. And if we can start today to speak to the matter, earlier is better. The earlier you begin to find a dark goat, earlier time you begin to find a dark goat in the daytime, earlier you find it early. But if we allow you to get tonight, you will not see that goat again. No? I'm not lying, my sister. Let all the Nigeria join hands and you do inside what you can do to educate all these old men Let's give power to women and the youth of the country, please.
All right, thank you. Still supporting what the other man said. Thank you so much, Nemeka. I think this time around we'll turn to the women. Maybe women might do better. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Please tell us your name and location. Good evening to you. Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Please, I want to find this American guide for the last. You people later. No, sir. I don't know what that guy said. It was okay.
We can barely hear you. I really don't understand what your network is doing. Hello, good evening. Hello. Is it Ugo?
Sorry, I want to chip in something. Do you know why the reason why pound sterling is very strong, pounds and dollars is very strong? The reason why they are very strong is because of subsidy. Government prefer to go into things that will hurt the citizens, sort it themselves, and keep the value of their money. Government prefer to pay you 10 kobo. That 10 kobo will buy many things for you instead of giving you 1,000 naira that amounts to nothing. 2 years ago, that when we were coming here, naira was changed for 710 naira for 1 pound. When Buhari was coming, during the Buhari time, it was around 900 and it was fluctuating between 900 and it gets to 950 naira and it came down. Buhari handed over around 920 or thereabout. Today is almost 1,150 or more under amendments. What Charlie Boy was actually saying is that the crime that it takes a man 8 years to commit, that somebody was had enough to lose them under few days. That's to the extent. So foreign countries don't waste their resources. They preserve the little they have. They make sure it gets to everybody. If you are a senior citizen in this country, regardless whether you have a child or not, you are in a better position. A senior citizen is a senior citizen. If you have fiscal challenge in this country, you are worshipped like a king. You are worshipped like a king. If you see some of them, the apartment they have, an average Nigerian cannot even afford it. But in Nigeria, they continue making useless of our money because government has no base. They're not manufacturing anything. They are not producing anything. The only thing they do in the Senate is say I, say me deserve it, I deserve it, and that I will deserve it for another 80 years, and nothing will come out of their desire. So unfortunate.
All right, thank you, Ugo. Thank you so much. That I and nay part was actually funny. All right, the phone line is still open and you can call in to make your comments. But before we go, I'll still go over the comments on the WhatsApp and read all of them out. But for now, let's keep taking calls till it's almost time to end the program. Then I'll go over to the WhatsApp messages. Hello, good evening to you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, go ahead.
Please, I want to talk directly to Tinubu, Ejo, Emma Power, Legend. Yanjewa, please, Tinubu should not finish all of us in this issue. Now, because students, I remember clearly you said, we had our voice. Because we didn't vote for you. So now you have increased our school fees. How do you want to go? As I'm talking to you presently, I'm in the fight working because I don't want to lose my space. I have two other sisters in the federal institution. How do you want to cope? I'm working here, I'm sending money to them. I'm working here, I'm sending money home. How do you want us to survive? beg, Tinubu, I beg, don't kill us. Here I am now, I'm frustrated. I can't move. I can't eat the food I want. So why do we have a government? If no one kill us, I beg, if this is in other Senate line, you would have resigned. People don't want you. We didn't vote for you. So why do you want to kill us? Beg, help us. I don't. Please, Tinubu, please resign. Please, it's time for you to resign before you push people to the wall.
All right, thank you. Actually, Peter Nosike, in respect to what he said, you know, Nigerians are very strong people, because if not, by now, most Nigerians should be going into depression.
Sure, that is true. But again, we have the greatest shock absorbers in the world.
Honestly.
No people can absorb like us. What will happen abroad, the country will burn. 2 times that will happen in Nigeria. We'll just move on as if nothing happened. There's nowhere what's happening now will happen. That you increase fuel from 195 naira to over 600.
And citizens will keep quiet.
Keep quiet. Even Badejo, the chairman of that's Cattle and Senators Association, was wondering that fuel is now selling at 650. Everywhere is
quiet.
So we have that shock absorber that's in us, which is very, very, and that's what those who are on top are using to punish us, that they can do anything
and get away with it.
Sure, and get away with it.
Let's take this. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please tell us your name and go ahead.
I'm Vera calling from Lagos.
All right, go ahead.
What I want to say in this matter is, Tinubu is like a Yoruba in the Bible that says that you use scorpion and rod to destroy them, to rule them. That is how Tinubu is. Until when Israel said to attend, O Israel, I know that God of Israel will still fight for this country. It's well with all of us.
Thank you very much. I love the fact that she is optimistic about the future.
Well, for me, foundation is key.
All right, sorry, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, my sister. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Please, your name.
I called before. Network didn't allow me. This will be calling from the
right,
I don't seek agree to.
Thank you so much.
I don't seek. I don't understand why the government wants to control the farmers. You see, let them control the security agencies that have been extorting farmers from northern part of Nigeria to southern. They have been extorting farmers. That's why the price of goods and services are very high. And the two, can government go? Why are they busybodies? Look at the Chinese people mining our gold, diamond, everything that we have in this country. They are not saying anything. They want to control poor farmer that cannot make nothing after farming. That the terrorists and the bandits are not allowed to do their business. You see, let me tell you, there's something I want to tell you. But if you want to laugh. My sister, listen. I thought it's only men and women that have menstrual cramp and pain. Men are having menses now. Nigerian men are in their period now. Nigerian men are in their period.
Wow.
The pain is too much for men.
Including women as well.
School fees. No, but let me tell you, women have money now. If you go to Kenya at night, you see men hanging. Women are picking men on the street, unlike before. Go to Kenya at night. I'm telling you to go. If go to Kenya at night, women are richer than men. Now they're picking men. The way men used to pick women before is opposite. If you want to laugh, laugh. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. This is quite funny. Let me quickly go to the WhatsApp messages so that we can start rounding up. Okay, this is coming from Tayo. Tayo is from Oba Ikeja. He says, click on this. All right, Tayo, we cannot do that. I'm sorry, we can't do that. This says from Austin, Tinubu hurried into taking these decisions on subsidy removal on PMS and floating of the Naira. He should have delayed till after a year in office to enable him see things as they are. He should bring back the subsidy and reduce the pump price to 285 Naira per litre. block the borders to curb smuggling and official corruption, work on the refineries to stop importation of petrol, peg our naira to 500 naira to $1, and make it a criminal offense to sell above that rate. On the release of grains for the poor, very laudable idea. But remember what happened to the palliatives during the COVID-19, how politicians ordered the product in warehouses. Some shared little to their friends and the program flopped. Nigeria is too large for such a program to succeed. The grains won't get to my village. That's Austin from Lagos. All right, Austin, I think there's a fact in what you're saying. APC is a political party dancing Rastaman vibration, 1 pace forward, 4 pace backwards. Alloy. All right, this is coming from Monjay from Ebeda. God bless Mr. Peter Nosike. Please, he should be security conscious because the evil leaders in this country are not happy with his candid analysis. Of course, he is. And this is coming from Godwin from Surulere. If ordinary people said there will be anarchy, where do you think he or she will be today? Will DSS or police allow the person to move freely? That's Godwin from Surulere. And okay, I've taken this from Livinus from Ejibo. This is coming from, this person did not write his name. When I built house in 1992, cement was 200 naira per bag, 3-star zinc was 400 naira per bundle, but today cement is 5,000 naira. What will Nigerian government tell Dangote? I don't know, my brother, I don't know. Okay, this one says from Chinemere. Good afternoon, VOP. This government does not have good and sincere advisors. Please, people should not generalize issues by saying that all Yoruba people are supporting Tinubu pattern of getting into leadership. Have we forgotten what happened during the 2023 general election? How good Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani people supported the best candidate. Now this government forgot that both the police, bandits, and Aberos have not been removed from out of the peril of the farmers. They should think well. Chinemere from Abara. Okay. Good evening. This is not Esther, sorry. This is BB. And the guest in the studio. Happy wet Saturday. It's actually wet to both of you. To me, you can blame Tinubu and APC government from now till eternity because I haven't seen anything they have done that God will punish them. We left all these people, legislators, including that of PDP, Labour, and that of APC, market women, civil servants, marketers of goods and services, petrol, traders, etc. that are joining hands together to punish us. We are leaving all these people to focus only on Tinubu and APC. I went to Badagry 2 months ago with my company boss to buy 3 bags of rice at 28,000 naira per one and got to my 2 and sold them for 42,000 naira per bag. Is that from Tinubu or APC? Wow. Please, let me tell us the truth. If they declare Obi or Atiku the winners of the election today, by the courts, things are going to be worse in Nigeria than this, in as much as all these bad and corrupt politicians are still with him. It is very easy to criticize when you are outside, but when you get to the office, it's a different kettle of fish because of different advices, meeting, and so on. They easily confuse you. You have 40% of leaders' problems in Nigeria and 60% of followers' problems. Thanks and enjoy the rest of your day. From Akinola from Surulere. All right, thank you, Akinola. Federal government to sanction food association. How can this be possible? My name is Zachary Abubakar Sosa. I'm from Niger State. Let me share with you what is happening to us right now. We are into mechanism farming and we have a forerunner jeep we use in going to the farm, about 7 of us. After removing fuel subsidy, it started affecting us from the money we use in buying chemicals and fertilizers, even as they are very expensive. It's going into fueling the car and other farm machineries. In fact, we now use motorcycles, and the effect of this is now on our maize, and we have resulted into farming those crops like groundnut that does not require fertilizers. So crops that require lots of fertilizers because of it's expensive, like maize, will drop because people will run away from farming them. So where is government in all of this? Okay. Good day, VOP. This is Josh from First Tag. It's unfortunate that everything happening in a country like Nigeria, with all the vast natural and human resources, Nigeria are naturally intelligent people. It is unfortunate to have had less leaders and citizens over here in Nigeria, and Nigerians are very gullible, easily swayed with tribal sentiments and bigotry. Everyone is feeling the pain regardless of your tent, and I don't understand why they are trying to Two is the same condition they drafted. Now, wow, I find it hard to listen to Nigerian news because it's always depressing. I thank God for my life and family. Both of those who are unfortunate and down the poverty line, Nigeria, wow. All right, Peter and CK, your last words before we conclude.
My last word remains: the evil, the injustice that you support today will destroy you or your family tomorrow. That's my last word.
All right. Thank you so much, Peter and Osike, for coming through and for your analysis. All right, that's how we'll call it a day here on the recap of major issues that trended during the week. My name is Bblast Chidi, and don't forget that you can also follow me on all my social media handles on Facebook, Bblast Chidi, and on Instagram, BB_Bblast, BIBLAS. And that is how I say, do have a lovely Saturday evening.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mix